Hi, Karen with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a scrapbook layout for Kitaholic Kits and I am using the February 2022 kit. And today my layout features some of mixed media and I'm also having a focus on the Simple Stories ephemera pack that we all got in the kit. For inspiration as well for my layout today, I was a little stuck and I knew I wanted to scrap that sunset photo, and I'll talk a little bit about why I'm doing that in a moment. But I was really stuck on what I could do with this layout. So when I get stuck, what I often do is look through, Instagram or other people's layouts. But this time I decided to scrap lift myself. So I have a layout that I did around 12 months or so ago, and it was a very monochromatic layout, really focused in around the sort of shape and size of the stencil that's sitting there right now on the page. So I start and decide I'm going to do a relatively monochromatic background and monochromatic page for this one. Now, when I scrap lift myself, or even when I scrap lift others, I always try to make a little bit of a change to the layout, or give it a little, just to give it a little bit something different. And that's certainly what I do here with this layout, and you'll see that shortly. So to create the background, I have taken some modeling paste from my stash and added some of the Dina Wakley Media Gloss Spray in Apricot, which was in a kit last year in 2021. And because obviously adding it to the white modeling paste, it does lighten it up, the color up. I wanted to add some different tones of the color. So I've placed the spray onto some packaging as well and used the packaging technique. So just flipped it over and squashed my hands down, and just wherever it landed is where the gloss spray landed. I've torn a piece of patterned paper from I think this one is one of the Maggie Holmes pieces, and just a little strip there. It's not very wide. I knew that I was really, because I'm using just a small photo as well, I wanted this to be quite, I guess, almost like a delicate type layout. I'm hoping that makes sense. So to give a little bit more of that delicate feel, I added a doily from my stash as well. And I'm just having a play here around where I can put the ephemera pieces. And when you see these ephemera pieces, obviously there's some extra color. So I started thinking that the monochromatic background was not quite doing it for me. I really loved how there was the pinks and the greens and that yellow from the letters there as well. And there's one of the yellow flowers there. So I really decided, I pulled it all away and went, no, I need some more color to the page and to the background to tie into those colors. Now, often I will only do the background in one color and then not have that color in the ephemera, but I really felt that it really needed to tie back to the brightness of the ephemera pieces. So I've just added splatters from other inks of my stash. So I'm using here the mixed media Dina Wakley and Gloss Spray in the Aloe, which is the green color. That was also in a previous mixed media kit as well. I also had some Distress Oxide spray in the colour Mustard Seed. That was a perfect accompaniment to the yellowy mustardy colour in the ephemera pack. And then I wanted to add a little bit of the pink in as well. So I'm using Shimmer's Paints colorings in the colour Pink Stiletto, and that was a perfect tone. Now, I didn't put a lot of pink on the page because I didn't want the pink to be the predominant color of the page, of the background. So I was only a few splatters of the pink, but the other splatters I splattered quite heavily around the page. All right, so this page today I am creating this one as a piece that will actually sit within one of my art journals. My art journals are all sorts of different sizes and different page. There's some of them that are really, really tiny pages, and stuff that is sitting in a 12 by 12 and stuff that sits in a 9 by 12 and things like that. So it's a really weird looking art journal, but it's how I was feeling around what this photo. So I was really thinking about what this means to me. So I'm using things to inspire me of the sayings as well that I add here from the Vicky Booten chipboard stickers as well. So this is Chase After Your Dreams, Strong-Minded, I love that particular one, and just a daily reminder, and such wonderful things surround you. So I just really just wanted to give some highlights there around some of the things and the tones and some of the sayings that inspire me, and that's really what I do with my art journal pieces as well. So my art journals are generally quite mixed media heavy. I don't normally put a lot of ephemera pieces on this one, so this is quite a different one for my album, and I really love how it turned out. So it has special meaning for me, and it probably doesn't have any meaning for anybody else, but that's what the whole wonderful thing about doing your own scrapbooking and sharing and things like that, and seeing what inspires you. So that's really a little bit about what this layout means to me. I continue to add just those little heart pieces around the page. And that is how I finish off the layout. So it was really super simple. Once I decided what tone I wanted to make this layout and what I wanted this layout to sort of reflect, it came together so quickly. I hope I've given you a little bit of inspiration today. I will leave in the description box below the links to the Kitaholic store, where you can read all about how you can become a subscriber. We would love it if you joined and shared along with us in our Facebook group as well. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.